Disquiet in the ranks of the All Progressives Congress, the ruling party in Lagos. Its primary elections conducted on Saturday appeared peaceful and smooth with no major incidents, but that will also appear to be only on the surface as events that have unfolded since then indicate otherwise.
We discovered that some leaders are trying to impose a candidate on the local Lagos mainland and Yaba SCDA, which is, we won't allow that to happen.
I heard grumbles for the 10% or 20% that I not have gotten right. Like Justice, the Supreme Court will say, it is final, not because it is infallible, but it is infallible because it is final. But in this case, we are not even final. There is an appeal process.
Apart from the complaints from mainland local government and Yaba, more groups have come out to express dissatisfaction with the process and outcome of the elections, alleging imposition and lack of inclusion. This is a group of aspirants from Ikosi Sherry Council Development Area, addressing journalists protesting the emergence of the chairmanship candidate in the council area, whom they say is in a bid for a third term in office.
In Nagbado Okodo SAD, the party rightfully disqualified an incumbent after 2 terms. Applying a different standard in Ikosi Sherry SAD undermines party credibility and raises serious concern about fairness and impartiality. 3. Erosion of internal democracy, selective enforcement of rules, disenfranchised loyal and qualified party members. It discourages grassroots participation and creates a perception of imposition and elitism contrary to the democratic value of our party opposed. 4. Tenure already exceeds constitutional limit. As of today, Princess Bada has spent nearly 6 years in executive office. If she is allowed to contest and sworn in for another term, our total tenure will approach 10 years, exceeding the constitutional limit of 8 years for executive local government position. In light of the foregoing, we respectively request the following. 1. The APC Lagos State Working Committee disqualified the candidacy of Princess Bolanle Sami Abada in line with the constitutional and party rules regarding terms limit. 2. That His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as the founding leader and moral compass of our great party, intervene to preserve internal democracy and fairness.
In Alimosho, party faithful have also been protesting, describing the outcome of the election as not reflecting the wishes of the delegates.
We've been here since morning, very early in the morning of the day today, to exercise the right of doing voting at our primary election as slated for today. But unfortunately, since morning we've been sitting down here just for us to just got an information that the election has been cancelled. For what reason, we didn't know. But we have been hearing one thing or the other saying there's going to be a kind of imposition, and that's not possible.
If I have been able to achieve a peaceful environment with my people, I see no reason why the primary election should not go ahead in Negbeliasu while people are ready.
More groups are gathering in places like Shomolu and Yaba to voice their dissatisfaction, even though the party has inaugurated an appeal panel chaired by the Attorney General of Lagos to look at all the issues.
I learned that there was no election on Saturday, no primary on Saturday. So how come do we have chairman already? I don't know.
Those familiar with Lagos politics know too well that the APC is not unfamiliar with situations like these, which oftentimes end up as family affairs, and there are no clear indications that these two will not end up the same way. But hey, it is politics. Nothing is cast in stone.
So what I often say about this APC political party is that it is nothing but Area Boys People's Congress, APC. That's what it is for me. APC for me is a scourge to our nation. It's a weep. When you have a scourge, it's something you use to weep and cause pain. That's what APC is. At the grassroots level, if we do not vehemently and intentionally campaign to get better candidates, what we're going to have is this sort of menace in the name of political party and contestants. Just imagine no election was done and then there appears chairman. Even within the APC's constitution, You can only have a chairman for 2 years or 2 term, and that same person wants to go for a third term. It just lets you understand the sort of human beings we're bred in our political sphere, the sort of people who we think. So we're fighting to get Nigeria working, right? But again, the people that will be promoted when these old guards are leaving will be the same people who have learned from them the act of deception, of rigging, and of violence. Because if you cast your mind back into 2023, you will realize and remember that it was still the same area boys and the touts they use in rigging elections, the same people they use in forcing people not to vote, where they looked at people's names and their names don't look like their Yoruba names. They more or less sent them away. And we should not tolerate that, because Nigeria belongs to all of us. It does not matter whether or not you are from the north, east, west, or south. As long as you live in a place, you have a right to vote. And every Nigerian has a right to live in any part of Nigeria. But in our nation today, when you have a political party such as the APC, what you have is one where they do rubbish and they call it family issue or family matter. It sort of itches me whenever I hear that. And this is why we must work hard, because APC's biggest and strongest stronghold is Lagos State. The same way Peter Obi won the presidential election in Lagos State in 2023, we have to do more work to make sure that APC is unsat. We unseat APC from, the governorship position, however tough it might be, and also in the legislative arm as well. We need to get them out. And you can say to me, APC is and Lagos is the most prosperous state in Nigeria. Maybe so. But the question I would often ask is, if you look at the amount of money they spent in doing the work that they did for the time they've been in Lagos, ruling Lagos. Take an example of Badibo Viva roads. Would he have done better? Would another political party have done better? Because Lagos State is just milking money for the APC. That's what it is. So we need to wrestle Lagos State out of their hands. Number one, wrestle Lagos State out of their hands, and then see whether the APC will stand after a few years. And this goes around to the other parts of the southwestern states too as well. A political party that is a scourge to Nigeria, that has brought nothing but pains to Nigeria, that will do everything to rig election and even bring out the masquerades to rig election. That's the thing that bites the most, really. When Nigerians are not allowed to participate in the election because they are not from Lagos State, and they look at their names and they chase them away. And that's has to stop. So if the people who should ascend to become our next set of leaders are the same people who are rigging election at the grassroots level, how are they going to be better when they get to become governors? No, it's how you get power. That's how you will sustain it. And this is how they get power. They rig the election, even at the local level. So there's no other way they would know other than rigging the election when they get to the state level and the federal level. You understand? So, but put your comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think. For me, I just wanted to give this little explanation by what we mean by the fight for the soul of Nigeria at all levels. Local government, federal level, state level, because the local government level will become the state level later, and the state level will become the federal later. So we have to make sure that we look at every part if we must change things, because the local government chairman will do local government things at the grassroots level because they're closest to the people. And if we don't get it right, they will continue to steal from the people and use area boards and then rig elections. Exactly what they've done previously in 2023. Again, put your comments in the comment section. Let us know what you think. And if you're meeting this content for the first time, like, share, and subscribe. If you've been following us and you've not yet subscribed, please do so. And I will catch you up in the next video as always. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.